Did I get it right? Was it Army Intelligence? No, it's good? Captain?
No, that was just
Okay, that's good. ASA probably. Okay. Hank has a special recognition for one of my favorite World War II gentlemen. And this gentleman has, I think he's spoken 4 times at ceremonies that I was fortunate enough to be MC for. And he's very eloquent. And I told him he had to be in reserve in case somebody didn't show up today. So, Hank, take it over, please.
Thank you, Claude. Well, it's a distinct honor for me as a vet to be able to recognize one of the icons of Nevada County. When you look back, you have to forgive me a little bit. What came up today was there was a lot of Vietnam friends who are on the wall, and it just brought back some certain memories. But I want to point out, as you know, the greatest generation during the Second World War. I'm pretty proud that I had 3 uncles, a father, a grandfather, and a father-in-law, all who served.
Wow.
And as part of this Memorial Day, they're not with us anymore. So, on behalf of the people, my board members, I hope all the residents of Nevada County, we're going to honor one of the icons that we have in this county, part of the greatest generation. And Claude wanted me to do this, and I said, well, don't you think Vets Day might be the better time? He said, well, let's get it done. Now, Lou, I don't think anything's happening, but he wanted to do it now. So, on Memorial Day, I think is very fitting, and I'm going to read it because some of you have read it in the papers, some of you have heard Lou before, but I think Lou personifies teaching the younger generations what everybody has gone through. Families, brothers and sisters, wives, everybody who has these feelings, Lou tries to make sure they understand what it's about. So with that, I want to read it. Certificate of Recognition, Louis Anthony Conter, Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy. The Board of Supervisors takes great pleasure in recognizing retired United States Commander Louis Anthony Conter for his esteemed service in the Armed Forces of 23 years and community contributions as a war hero. Lieutenant Commander Conter, also known as Lou, joined the United States Navy in 1939. Within 2 years, he was a quartermaster 3rd class aboard the USS Arizona. When it was attacked and sunk at Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. After serving the attack and helping save many crewmen, Lou went on to complete Navy flight training, earning his wings in 1942. He flew with the Black Cat Squadron, which he flew many air-sea rescue missions. Lou survived being shot down twice in September and December of 1943. In September of 43, his patrol bomber was shot down 7 miles off the coast of New Guinea, where his 10-man crew managed to make it ashore and evade capture by the Japanese until being picked up by a U.S. patrol torpedo boat after 2 days. Geez, that sounds like somebody else, you know, Lou. Lou also served with a special task force recommending the coordination of intelligence between the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and the CIA. You were ahead of your time. You realize they still haven't done it quite yet. Anyway, Lou retired from the Navy in December of 1967 after 23 years of service in the Armed Forces with the rank of Lieutenant Commander. Lou is a member of the USS Arizona Reunion Association and returns to the Pearl Harbor every December to pay tribute and honor everyone who lost their life at Pearl Harbor. Lou has lived in Grass Valley since 2001, has 6 children, 12 grandchildren, and 20 great-grandchildren. Lou, you've been very busy. Lou is also an accomplished golfer, playing the Bob Hope Classic 6 times, including playing on the team with American singer Johnny Mathis. The Nevada County Board of Supervisors thanks and recognizes retired U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Louis Anthony Conter for his esteemed service in the Armed Forces of 23 years and the community contributions as a true war hero thereafter. Lou?
Thank you, Mother. Ladies and gentlemen, Hank, Leonard, my daughter, who takes care of all my stuff now. I want to say thank you to everybody. Remember that this year, at this time of the year, Memorial Day, is for the 1,250,000 plus veterans that have passed away and killed during combat, including 2,403 at Pearl Harbor, of which 1,177 were my shipmates. I want to be thankful for going through intelligence school in '48. I was a Bonhomme Richard carrier during Korea, and after Korea I attended Special Forces training at Fort Bragg, North Carolina with the Army. Colonel Banks was our commanding officer. We thought it was very mean, but it was very helpful. After that, I spent many times with Special Forces, with AISS from the Air Force, the Navy. We set up schools all over the world, so pilots and air crewmen would learn how to escape and evade, live in a prisoner of war camp, and escape if they had to. Jim Ragsdale was a commander in the Navy and a pilot. Went through one of my classes at Camp Pendleton in 1958. He was captured in Vietnam. He made Vice Admiral there. He spent 7 years in prison camp. And when he had Travis Air Force Base in 1972, he called me at home because I had retired in '67 and said, I want to thank you, Lou. Without the tough, hard, on-site training for POW camps and escape and evasion, I would have never lived through the 7 years. So my thanks to everybody. If I can do that one time, I'm happy as heck. So I want to pay tribute this weekend to the 1,250,000 plus servicemen who've been killed, including 1,177 of my shipmates on the Arizona. I'll be 96 in September, and I hope to come every year for the next 4 or 5 years in celebration. Thank you very much.